Shalom everyone, this is Petey here. I just want to come on here today and just give you a video that's probably going to be a little bit different, and it's the kind of video that I don't like making. Trust me, this is probably one of the hardest videos I've ever made. I've made over 300 videos now on the Rise on Fire YouTube channel, and this is probably the hardest one. So please have mercy with me in this one. As I try and say it all, because it's a little hard to say. I'm in a place right now where it's really a wilderness season, very difficult, and I'd just like to share a little bit about that. I'm not going to go too much on it, and I just want to explain to you where we are, what's going on. So I'm just going to go right into it. About in November last year, end of November, I hurt my back, picked up something wrong, and I herniated a disc in my lower back, and that has caused pain down my legs as well, to the point where I struggle to stand for long. I struggle to sit at all, and anything except lying down becomes painful. And shortly thereafter that injury, I also had another injury of my upper body, where my hands and wrists and elbows, arms, on both sides are also injured, and where any kind of work with my hands, including typing, working on the keyboard, things like that, became very painful. And then shortly thereafter, I had minor injuries to my knees and feet as well. And you may be like, Petey, what is going on? What have you been doing? And to be honest, not much. And so a lot of these things are, I'm just going to say it how it is I believe it is not just injuries, but very much spiritual attack. And I've also had a lot of attack in my dreams, a lot of, the enemy has really been coming at me in my mind, and I know that his lies, and I praise God that I know his lies, but his lies are there all the time, and from all sides we've just been attacked. So I'm saying this because I'm only saying anything now because I've been really seeking the Father on what to say here. And last night, I believe, the Father just gave me something, and he told me that I need to take off a week from ministry, from this, and I just want to seek him. I just want to pray. I want to just be with him, and because he's the only one who's gonna fix any of this and help me, because that's the only that I need that right now. And it's a very difficult thing for me, because I'm just sharing my heart here with you guys so you understand. Maybe it'll help some of you too. I grew up with the idea that, which is a true idea, but the idea that you have to work hard in life. Especially as a man, you need to work hard to feed your family. And I have a wife now, I have a responsibility and things like that. And for me, work is work, we have to do it, we have to do our part. And so for me to take off ministry, it's very difficult for me, because you see, my mind in my flesh, I think that because I work, I can that is how I can provide. But there is also an element of something else involved, which I know very well, but it's very hard in practice for us, especially as men, where God provides. Like, we are not the ones who provide. Like, we are the ones who do our part. We have to work. That's part of life. We have to do our part. But God is the one who provides. Even if you have an employer, if you think it's a stable job, God is the one who provides. God is the one who gives you a breath in your lungs every day. Like, Every breath I'm sitting here breathing now, that's all Him, right? All Him. It's not of myself. It's not because I did anything for it. I don't deserve it. It's His grace and His mercy. And so this is what He's teaching me right now, is to really trust in Him and trust for His provision, even when I'm forced. Trust me, it's not by choice. I haven't taken any holiday this year because I just wanted to really serve you guys as much as I can. And so with that being said, please, my apologies. Please have mercy on me in this season as I just take a little bit off here. And I'm hoping it's going to be just a week. Brothers, sisters, you may think I am sick, but I am not. My flesh cries out. My flesh is oppressed. My flesh is depressed, whatever you want to say. But my spirit is as well as it could have ever been. And I say this with tears in my eyes because it is when we get praised. You know that phrase, when we are weak, He is strong. It's so true, right? When our flesh gets praised, our spirit is so much stronger because we are forced to depend on Him in a way that you would have never done if your flesh wasn't praised. And when I say the flesh is praised, is when things like this happens to us, whether it's spiritual warfare, whether it's doubts, doubts, they come like for the best of us. Many people may look at me and think, wow, Petey's got such an easy life, But I want to tell you that life is hard. Life is so hard sometimes. There are times when life is okay and things go well, and I glorify God for those moments. But there are times when life is hard. And we will all experience hardship in life. But understand that at the end of the day, God wins. God wins because God builds perseverance, endurance, and hope in us. At the end of the day, God is God. He is good and He always will be. And we may not always understand why things happen, but He remains good. And I know that may not make sense for some of you who may be suffering. And I know there are people, my heart breaks. I'm trying to just keep the tears, I'm sorry. My heart breaks because there are some of you listening to me who have things 100 times worse than me right now. And I know for some of you it's even harder to hear this, but I want to tell you, don't curse God. Don't come and point a finger, because God is not reproachable. God has not done anything wrong. And in fact, when we come to Him one day, when all things will be revealed, we will see all things are work together for our good when we love Him. All things, no matter how bad it was in our life, when we believe and follow Him, believe in Him and follow Him, all things that is bad, He turns around for good for us. And it doesn't mean that He wants bad things to happen. It doesn't mean that He causes these bad things to happen. But what He does is He uses these things for an incredible good. All right, brothers and sisters, I'm just going to leave it like there. Please, the reason I'm making this is please pray for me. Please pray. I am in the spotlight here sometimes, and I really don't like it. Or trust me, I don't like being in the spotlight. I really am not the one who picked this job for myself. But because I'm in the spotlight, the enemy comes at me sometimes very hard. And I need your prayers for that. I need your coverings. I need you to fast. If the Father put it on your heart, listen, this is all supposed to be between you and the Father. If the Father puts it on your heart today, please fast and pray regarding this situation. And the scripture, if you've never fasted, this is a good time, because the scriptures, our Messiah fasted and his disciples fasted, and it was necessary to fast to battle the demonic. It's so important. Please pray for my wife as well, who's been going the extra mile. Christina has been so amazing and just taking care of me and just being amazing. So please pray for her, as this is obviously affecting her. Alright, so I'm going to leave it right here, brothers and sisters. I am good. Please don't worry. These things will all be come together for good, and the Father has given me good hope, good words, and things will be well. Alright, so please don't worry. It is good with my soul.